Hello everyone, welcome back to Optimize Evony. I have another video with a couple updates for you. There's some pretty exciting stuff in this one actually. Still haven't fixed the account switching as to my knowledge. I just tried a little bit ago and still isn't fixed, but hopefully it's not affecting you, or if you saw my other video, you didn't actually upgrade to the to the later versions. So, uh, but yeah, if you are hit by that, definitely let CS know so that they can try and fix that as soon as possible because I don't want people to get zeroed or to be, killed in SVS or anything like that. It's really kind of annoying. But yeah, let's get into the important updates here. So one of the things that I know was a big killer for a lot of free-to-play players was the Alliance Shop update. And there they limited the amount that you could buy there, and they also removed some items there. And particularly chief among those were the bubbles. I know everyone wanted the truce agreements there. That was one of the most popular things, although Evany for some reason said that they removed them because they were not popular. I don't think that's true. I think maybe on like NAP servers or something like that, but other than that, I think, for free to play players, that's a pretty common thing. So, what did they do? All this stuff kind of looks the same. Um, I'll grab. Oh, looks like my thing didn't update quite yet. But yeah, uh, you'll see if you have the later. I might just need to restart here, but if you have the later update, which again, if you're trying to switch accounts, I wouldn't actually recommend doing. Uh, it'll show another box here, so you see how you have the monthly card items that refresh daily, and then they have the daily sale, which are all of these ones. There is another box down here that has all of the truce agreements for for the normal amounts of alliance points, and but you can only buy one of them a week. Okay, so you can buy one 3-day bubble a week, one 24-hour bubble a week, and three 8-hour bubbles a week. So the rest of the time you'll have to spend gems with. I actually don't think that it's it's fairly easy to get gems. So I think I've been bubbling on my server for 5+ years now, probably 6 years now, and most of the time I just use the the gems just because I would much rather spend my Alliance points on VIP points. Unfortunately, they really limited me. I wasn't able to kind of cash out before they did that. But yeah, this is at least a good, they definitely heard the public outcry. So it does show that they are listening to people a little bit. I know there was a lot of outrage about them removing the truce agreements from the Alliance shop, but they are back at least in some capacity. They're basically back to the amount that the tributes and VIP points are here, where they're limited, but you can still buy them. So hopefully that helps some of you guys. And then let's actually get into the most exciting part of the update. So there is a new section of the anniversary. I'll quickly go and do this. Eh, Just a bunch of pointless clicking. Uh, get our free one runestone chest there. But then there's this North Ocean War song. So this basically you can read through it. It's basically like a story. And then there's a message here. But the interesting part is actually this box. And so this one, you can see that basically it shows the total number of accounts that have looked at this. And uh, based on how many accounts look at this, you'll get different rewards. So once 100,000 monarchs look at this, which it's pretty close to right now, you'll be able to get this. And kind of similarly all the way down to this. And then in this one, you'll get the Frostwood gold coin, 10 of those. And this one, you'll get the Snow Eagle silver uh, ingot. I don't actually know what that's used for. It says basically you can trade it in somewhere, but I don't think they've released that part yet. And the other ones are, just kind of normal things. So what do you actually use this for? This Frostwood gold coin. Hmm. Well, they didn't really explain any of it. I'm sure there'll be a mail later on with it, but because I'm doing this early and we don't have the video or we don't have the mail yet, let's just go and dang. Uh, let me let me actually real quick. There we go. So I just restarted my game so that I would actually have kind of the updated version. You don't actually have to update the version to kind of see this things. Let's see if I can see. Okay, yeah, now so you can see. Interesting. This is uh, maybe not. This isn't the right ordering of things. There should it looks like they have a glitch on their sides. Surprise, surprise. But basically, these things will still be up here, and then there'll be a new section that says weekly sales. So I wonder if I could buy one every day until it kind of is fixed. Uh, Try it out if you're a person that buys the truce agreements. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be fixed soon enough, I'm sure. They tend to fix the things that benefit the players pretty quickly. But let's look at what you can actually use those coins for. So there is super big news. There is a new dragon. They don't they don't release new dragons hardly ever, and this is the first, relatively free dragon, it looks like, uh, pasture dragon in I mean, basically since they've released dragons, they've added more to kind of the All Stars and Wonder Dragons, but they have not added a new uh, pasture dragon in years. So this is going to be the first new pasture dragon. Basically, you need to get your pasture to level 26, which is what you needed to do for a Celtic demon anyways. And then to actually activate it, it says use a certain Frostwood gold coins to redeem the Jawzar dragon pattern from the North Oceans Trading Company. So I'm assuming there will be kind of like a a battlefield shop or a shop in like that event, and you'll be able to trade some amount of gold coins to get the the dragon egg. And then once you open the dragon, you'll be able to level it as you normally can. This one is actually pretty cool because this will unlock a lot of people for being able to get the 6 dragons to level 15. Then it no longer requires an all-star dragon and or uh, and or Wonder 3 dragon. So Nidhogg, as I've kind of described before, is super hard to get because your alliance needs to be like a top alliance to get it, and you need to place incredibly well. You have to be in the top 100. So top 200 for a continent, when they're doing All Stars qualifying and stuff like that. But still, it's still insanely hard to get. But it looks like this dragon is actually kind of a replacement for Nidhogg. It looks like they're kind of trying to replace it, not replace it, but give people another option at it. Because if we look at the actual buffs that you're going to get, uh, Dance of Dragonstar, basically you're getting ranged troop attack. You don't really need ranged troop attack. Probably if you have the Celtic Demon already kind of geared up for range. But it looks like it's going to be another range troop attack and mount troop attack dragon. And that's actually, that mirrors exactly what Nidhogg is. So if we go and look at Nidhogg, I do actually have Nidhogg. I was lucky enough to get it. Basically, you have mount troop attack and range troop attack. So it seems to mirror it. Likely, it will be capped at 20 instead of 25. So still giving some advantage for the Wonder Dragons. The Wonder 3 Dragon is Nidhogg. And so these stats can go up to 25%, but it at least seems to be giving uh, lower coiners or free to play players another option to have for Nidhogg. And that's actually super cool because what that's going to allow you to do is that's going to allow you to use this dragon and we'll see once it gets all unlocked and what the talents are and stuff like that. But what I'm thinking is that you can use this dragon for um, if you've already have the Celtic Demon for range, then you can use this dragon for mounts. Because it's going to be a pretty good mount dragon, and it should have essentially the similar mount troop attack as Fafnir, but it'll allow you to use Fafnir for the other use of Fafnir, which is Siege. And that's one of the things that a lot of people were kind of blocked on for Wonder 3. That's one of the reasons why Nidhogg was such an important dragon, is because, well, Nidhogg or the Kokian dragon was so important, is because without it, you had to use Fafnir for mounts, because mounts are generally more important. You need them for bosses and stuff like that. And so uh, it's hard to justify using Fafnir for Siege if you don't have another replacement for a Mount General or Mount Dragon. And so now you do have a Mount Dragon replacement, because if we look here, Mount Troop Attack. So um, this one will conceivably have pretty good Mount Troop Attack, and you'll be able to refine it similarly as you were Fafnir for mounts, and then you can use Fafnir for siege. So that's going to be huge, because I know there's a lot of there are some generals that require dragons to activate, and so like for example Ulysses Grant, I used to use him for a long time. Uh, he was one of the best uh, siege generals, but only if you could get a dragon to put on him. And so I actually did have a dragon on him. I was able to put Fafnir on him, and it was great. I've since switched siege generals to Patronus. Really like Patronus, and so I'm only using Grant because I had some of the specialties done. I'm only using it as an assistant general to my Patronus. And so, but the thing with the assistant generals is I still need a dragon to activate that skill. And so if you see here, I have Laden, so I'm not actually using this for archers. I had it geared up as siege. I don't really use it as siege right now, but you can see that this is still equipped to Ulysses S. Grant, so that it does trigger that special skill. And so that's another thing that having these extra dragons is going to allow you to do, is it's going to allow you to essentially, if you have extra dragons, or if you have, dragons that you don't have to use it for a specific purpose, you can put them on an assistant general if it means activating a skill. So that's kind of cool. That allows you a little bit more versatility with who can be assistant generals and stuff like that. Otherwise, you're kind of limited in that regard. So we'll kind of see how this plays out here. We'll see how difficult this is to get. It looks it looks based on like the fact that there's so many different days of this, and I assume that each kind of day here is going to have similar rewards, maybe even bigger rewards for here, so that if you actually unlock all of them and you sign in every day and stuff like that, you might actually be able to unlock this dragon for free. Don't quote me on that. Obviously, Evony is historically not very good at giving things for free, but this might be actually a case where they do give some things for free. This is actually fairly similar to a couple of years ago on one of their anniversaries as well. They did essentially the poem of history, and the poem of history basically gave you a bunch of different free stuff every day during the event and stuff like that until you got to the end and you got like an epic historic general and stuff like that. And that was kind of back when epic historic generals were not particularly easy to get, I will say. They're a lot easier to get now. So this is very reminiscent to me of the poem of history. Uh, Hopefully it's only for this event that this kind of goes away after it, but that we get all of the gold coins that we need to unlock the dragon. And yeah, hopefully that'll help out some of the people who either haven't unlocked Wonder or have unlocked Wonder but still need to have a little bit more versatility in terms of being able to switch in that siege dragon or have a different dragon for assistant generals or something like that. So I do really like this update. We'll kind of see how it plays out, but that's kind of my thoughts so far. What do you guys think about the update? Do you think that this is going to be something useful, or do you think that this is going to be another thing that's kind of stuck behind a paywall? The one reason why I don't think that it is going to be something that's stuck behind the paywall is really there's no benefit for massive coiners. Like we'll see when this comes out, but there's not really a huge benefit to massive coiners because the buffs here and like the general like attributes and stuff like that, these are going to be objectively worse than Nidhogg. And so for the people who already have Nidhogg, they're not going to switch to this dragon. And unless they're, unless they're doing some kind of advanced things like uh, using Nidhogg for a secondary archer general so you can, set faster or something. I don't know, like something crazy like that. Most people are going to keep Nidhogg as mount, and because this one's going to be weaker. And so you want a strong mount dragon, and that's going to be Nidhogg. And so this is going to be for most people probably an extra dragon. For most big coiners, I should say. For most smaller players, this is going to be a well needed dragon. For me, I don't really know how I'm going to use it. Might just be on a boss general. It might be on something that I use to activate kind of the secondary skill, or I don't know. We'll kind of see. Uh, First, I have to get it, and we'll see how easy that is to get. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I had for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. Please do remember to like and subscribe. I'm getting way closer on my subscriber goal, but if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. It helps me out a ton, and I'll see you in the next video.